Welcome back to Dragon Quest in Japanese. I did some grinding and got some items while we were between sessions here. So we're gonna look through those right now. Alright. So we have a few more yakuso, the herb. We got some jo yakuso, superior herb. Maho no seisui, magic holy water. And in the US version, that's just called holy water. Or actually, magic water. That's the MP one. Holy water is the repel one. After that we have Inori no Yubiwa, a ring of prayer. If we got... no, we only did get one of those. And those you can use to restore a small amount of MP in battle. They're not that great. We have Dokukeshi So, an antidotal herb, and a Manuha So, which we had last time. It's the one that restores confusion. Then we have Seisui, holy water. Chimera no Tsubasa, Chimera Wing. Kashikosa no Tane, Seed of Wisdom. These are all the ones that we're probably going to use, but I wanted to show them before I used them. I did use one scroll before I thought of doing this, going through the items, and that was for Crackle, the AoE second level ice spell. It has a different name in this one. We'll go to that in a few minutes here. We got several scrolls, Makimono, which we went over briefly in the previous one. They added these. These are to learn new spells. So we have our Akuma Giri no Makimono, which is a Demon Slayer scroll. And then we have Meiso no Makimono, the meditation scroll. Beasto no Makimono, the beast scroll. Shinobi Ashi no Makimono, stealth step scroll. Yadaruko no Makimono, which is for Yadaruko. We'll have to look that up. Mahosute no Makimono, which teaches Mahosute. We'll have to look at that one too. Chikara no Tane, another Tane seed. And Chikara we know is strength, so that's a seed of strength. So let's use some of these items. The Tane. And we got 2 wisdom. And from the strength, got 1. Bad rolls. Too bad. And then let's use all these scrolls. Learn all these spells. got some equipment too. Let's check out what we got in equipment. I did give us 40 medals, so we don't have to worry about those. And went to the guy and got all the stuff. And so we got Do no Tsurugi, which we started with as the copper sword. Sainaru Naifu, the holy knife that we found in the dungeon. And then after that we found a Takezao bamboo pole. Eiyu no Tsue, a hero's staff. Basuta Whippu, buster whip. Guringamu no Muchi, Brigham whip. Tsuin Suwaro, twin swallow, that's a boomerang. Kawa no Tate, we had that, that's a leather shield. Onabe no Futa, this is always kind of a running joke in the Dragon Quest series. The pot lid is the worst shield you can use. Kawa no Boshi, can get that one. Kawa leather no Boshi hat. Dogu o Sentaku, that's the select item, that's the menu. And on our second page we have a Taban, turban. Nuno no Fuku, cloth clothes. Kawa no Fuku, leather clothes. Mangetsu no Ringu, full moon ring. Ruby no Udewa, ruby bracelet. Yu no Uroko, which we found in the dungeon, that was the dragon scale. Tetsu no Yoroi, iron armor. Risei no Ringu, ring of sanity. And then what we have equipped, the Gingham whip is the one that gives the highest attack, but I like the boomerang, at least for now, because we can kind of one-shot everything with either of them. The boomerang will hit everything. So we're using the Metaru Wingu, the metal wing. And then we have the Doragon Shirudo, dragon shield. And the Kaze no Boshi, the hat of wind. Fushigi na Borero, mysterious bolero. Interi Megane, intelligence glasses. Mayoke no Suzu, the amulet bell, or the ward against evil bell. So those are the items that we got, and then we got up to level 7. Everything should be a pretty breezy for a while, and we'll go and continue the story here. And we left off at the cave of Lodo right here, and I'm just a little tiny bit further east here across the bridge. Gonna keep going down through here, back up and to the Shrine of Rain there. I believe there's a ruined town. Level 8. No HP change. And we got new spells. We got Dane, which I believe is lightning. That's like the zap. And then we got Isopasu, Inpasu. Huh. Might be zoom. Let's check out our spells. So Oimi, that's 30 HP healing. So Dogu o Kante Shitari. Appraise items. Takara Bako no Nakami o. Determine or appraise the contents of a treasure chest. Okay, so this is new. Okay. Gira. Yep. That's our fire spell. We had that one before. Yadaruko. I think that's crackle. Yeah, ice. It's the first kanji there. One gurupo. Gurupu. One gurupu with ice. Dane. I believe lightning. Let's double check here. Teki Ichitai ni on one enemy. Inazuma ga lightning. Ochiru falls or strikes. So yeah, that's lightning. Mahoste. Maho is magic. Okay. A magic. Probably same as like a barrier spell. That is Juman o Kaki Kesu. Erase a spell. Badia o Haru. Put up a barrier. Dispels and casts a barrier. It does both. That's pretty. Dadi Ho. I don't think we ever looked up what this did. But we got it. Dadi Ho. Teki Ichi Grupo o on one enemy group. Nemuri ni Saso. Sleep. Okay, that's right, it was lullaby. Dadi Ho. And her abilities. have Shino Biashi. No Biashi. Oh, that's the stealth step. Okay. Shizuka ni ido suru koto de. By moving quietly, by making a stealthy move, Skoshi no aida, for a short time, Teki to deai ni kuku naru, become less likely to encounter enemy. This... Kemono no Kei no Teki. So on the beast type. That is cattle prod. That's something with fire. With our flame slash. Bono no Chikara o, the power of flame. Buki ni yada shite is imparted into the weapon, and Teki ichi tai o kiru slashes one enemy. So that is the fire slash. And then Akuma. Same thing. Akuma. Akuma demon. Akumagi demon slash. Meiso is meditation that restores 500 health. Ukenigashi is deflect or parry. Istu modo. That is the one that gives you doubles your turn for a little bit. Really powerful, but a lot of mana. And meditate's only 10 mana, that's surprising. Oh, because we're wearing the Bolero. Our spells costs are halved. That's nice. 15 mana for beast mode. And then we have Tsunake Muri, which we learned in the cave. That's sand cloud. Or sandstorm. Which just makes them miss a little bit. So those are all our spells. So let's go to our menu. And our convenient buttons. Put our no, that's not the one. The Nobi step. Nobuyashi. That's what we're looking for. Yashi. So, cast that. And we're less likely to get encounters. Like Holy Protection. Let's check out this room down. And there's several ruined towns like this. But I believe after trying to look, those adventurers that we met, I think are from this town. I think the shot is this house with the stream. And this is a new character that I think is really cool and added a lot to the game. And we're gonna talk to him here. Hanasu. So, another English-Japanese difference here that we're just seeing. In the English version, there's a bard, Galen, or Garen, depending on the game. And there's a town called either Garenheim or Garenholm, and that is where he's buried. He's the bard of legend who sang of the deeds of Lodo. In the Japanese version, he is called Garai instead of Garen or Galen. And this is his descendant named Zadai. And in the English version, he was named Zalen. So, a little bit different here. He's singing a song here with this onomatopoeia. Fun, fun, fun. Kind of like, He says, Ure nasumu sora ni. The sky grows dim at sunset. Toki waga furusato o. My distant hometown. He says, oh yeah? Kimi wa? Huh? Who are you? And he really emphasizes the kimi with those katakana. Says, Umu emu-kun to iu no ka? So Imu-kun is your name. Moshia boku no fan no kokai. Could you be a fan of mine? Yeah, we'll say hi. And he says, ha ha ha. Konna tokoro made oikakete kuru nante. To chase me all the way to a place like this. Neshin no fanboy dane. What an earnest fanboy you are. Ano Shijin Garai no. I am the famous wandering poet Zarai. Shisan no shite yume na ginyu Shijin Zarai. Famous as the descendant of that poet Garai. Shikashi, however, Sono Jitsu Yoku wa Senzo no Nana Hikari to wa. That ability is genuine, not a matter of ancestral fame. Iwasinai Honmono. Not riding the coattails of his ancestor. Sore de inagara genjo ni amanjizu. Despite that, he doesn't settle for the status quo. Shinjidai no uta o mosaku shi suzukeru. And continues to search for the songs of the new era. Sonna kare no amai tago o mimi ni suru to. When people hear that sweet singing voice of his, arefugaru doju no hitobito ga. That's our favorite word, hitobito. People. The people all throughout Alefgard. Kokoro furuwase namida suru to you are said to have their hearts tremble and shed tears. Talking to himself in the third person here. Seiken no hitotachi wa sonafuni. The people of the world say things like that about me, though. Itari shiteru kedo ne. Ha ha ha. Shikashi seken no hanayaka na imeji to wa. However, contrary to the world's glamorous image of me, Urahata ni saikin shoto. Lately, on the contrary, I've fallen into a bit of a Tsuranpu no ni ochi te shimate ne, a slump. Moto Moto. Originally, Boku no Uta no Sutairu wa, my song style. Senzo Garai e no, toward my ancestor Garai. Hankotsu Seishin Kara, from a spirit of defiance. Hokose o, direction. Kaete Itandaga, was changing. So originally my song style was changing due to a spirit of defiance towards my ancestor Garai, but Ima wa, now, Tsuranpu, slump, Dakyaku no tame ni, in order to break free from, Aete, daringly, Garai ya, and Garai, Garai to Yukari no Fukai, deeply connected to Garai. Yusha Roto no Sokuseki o, the footsteps of the hero Loto. Oto mite irunda, I am trying to follow. So now, in order to free from this slump, I'm intentionally trying to follow the footsteps of the hero Loto and others deeply connected to Garai. Sonna nakade, amidst that, aru uwasa o, a certain rumor, kiite ne, I heard, you see. Sono uwasa te iu no ga, that rumor is Kono arefu garu do no doko ka ni, this Aleph guard somewhere. Yusha Roto, the hero Loto, Ukai Kakawari o Motsu, have a deep connection with. Tokubetsu na basho ga, a special place. Arute iu hanashi nan, that there is a story. It's the story that there is a special place somewhere in Alefgard that has a deep connection to the hero Loto. Sore de bokumo, and so I too, in this manner, sagashite irundaga, have been searching. Imada ni sapari, still, entirely or completely. Mitsu karan nakute, I haven't been able to find it, you see. And so I've been searching like this, but I still haven't been able to find it at all. Emu-kun. He keeps calling us kun. I'm not sure why. Like a diminutive form. But it can be like a friendly, like little emu. Konna tokoro e, to a place like this. Ita te koto wa, the fact that you came means kimi mo, you also. Tabi nareta hito nandaro, must be someone accustomed to travel, right? The fact that you came to a place like this means you must be someone accustomed to travel, right? Says, Moshi, if tabi no tochude, during your journey, Yusha Rototo, the hero Loto, and Kakawari no Fukaso na Basho, place that seems deeply connected, Mitsuke Tara, if you find Boku ni mi oshiete kure yo, please tell me. So he says, if during your journey you find a place that seems deeply connected to the hero Loto, please tell me. Says, Boku mo, I too, Inyu Shinjinde, am a wandering poet, and Sekaiju o tabi shite iru kara ne, because I am traveling around the world, you see, Ito dokoka de, surely somewhere, Mata aeru-sa, meet again. I too am a wandering poet and travel all around the world, you see. Surely we can meet again somewhere. Soreja, adieu. Says, well then, adieu. Which is French. So kind of an interesting character. He develops further, and at the beginning he's kind of arrogant, but turns out to be a good character. I think his addition is nice. They added a lot of characters to kind of expand the game out a little bit and expand the story out a little bit. And I really like Zaylen, or Zadai. It's cool. The wandering bard who's also looking for the path of Lodo. Oh, that's Musk. 308 gold. And a thorn whip. Secret spots are pretty underwhelming. Here we're gonna get introduced to another new Dada Tomu. Oh.
I know not who thou art, but I beg of thee, send word to Tantagel. The detachment dispatched in search of Princess Gwaelin is no more, but she was seen. The fiends did spirit her away across the swampland south of Kol. I fear I can endure no longer.
We meet again, friend. But what is this? This man is a soldier of Tantagel.
He hath breathed his last. His wounds are truly terrible to behold.
Is this thy doing?
A message, thou sayest? The princess was taken across the swampland south of Kol?
Then we must go after her with all haste. Come! What are we waiting for?
But the party sent in search of the princess was comprised of our finest soldiers. Surely we will simply meet the same fate.
If thou art afraid, then away with thee homeward, coward! I will go to the princess's rescue, though I go entirely alone.
We cannot allow our comrades' deaths to have been in vain. We shall make for the swampland. You will remain here and see that this man is granted the burial he deserveth. Hie you thence to the castle and report on all that hath occurred here. Friend, I would ask a boon of thee also. News of these events will only stir discord among the people. I prithee, keep thy counsel. I understand that His Majesty had tasked thee with learning more of the hero of legend. I wish thee luck in thy quest. Now,
Captain! Canst thou continue?
Do not fret on my account. We have work to do. Come.
So let's go through that cutscene. Alright. Tomu no. So the soldier Dada Tomu sure. Gets a guard. Dada Tomu, hey, soldier. Ooh. Says Donatakawa, whoever it is, Shiranu ga, I don't know, but Radatomu ni, to Radatomu, Tsutaete kure, please tell them, Yoda Hime no, Princess Laura's So Sakutai wa search party Zenmetsushita has been annihilated. Says whoever you are, I don't know, but please tell Radatomu Princess Laura's search party has been annihilated. Says Daga, but Maeda no Minami no Numachite, the mire south, no, the marsh south of Myra, Mamono ni tsure sara saderu, kidnapped by a monster. Hime-sama, honorific princess. Mita monogaita to, there was someone who saw it. So, but in the marsh south of Myra, there was someone who saw the princess being kidnapped by a monster. That's what they reported. So here we can see another difference between Japanese and English. In English, that was the city of Cole. In Japanese, it is Myra. Watashi mo dame da. I too am done for. Gubutsu. That's just like onomatopoeia for choking. And then the captain, Do Taicho, veteran captain, says, "Oh, Emu, mata atana, we meet again." He says, "Mutsu," which is like, Sono mono wa, that person is Radatomu no Heishi, a Radatomu soldier. Heishi, pardon me. Shi shindeimasu. He is dead. The little stutter there? Yeah, I guess so. There's no dash or dot dot dot. Just still throwing me off a little bit. Nante hidoi kizu da. What a terrible wound. Masaka Omaiga, and that's the Laura's attendant, says, "Is this your doing? Or don't tell me you are." And the hero shook his head. And then the veteran captain says, "Kono heishi no yui gon." This soldier's last words. "Maira no minami no numachi de." In the marsh south of Myra, Hime-sama o mita mono ga ita. Someone saw the princess. Date. Said that? You're telling me he said that? She says, "Taicho, captain, isoide, quickly, mukai masho, let's go." And the Konoe royal guardsman says, "Demo, but se soroi no so sakutai ga." A search party comprised of elites, Zenmetsu Shitan Desyo, was completely annihilated, right? Wareware mo, we too, onajime ni aunja, will meet the same fate if we go, surely. Hawaii nada kaede. If you are afraid, go home. Watashi wa I itori demo, even alone. Dora sama o Princess Laura Tatsuke ni Yuku will go to help. Sosakutai no Shio. To the death of the search party. Muda ni wa, the waste, dekin, cannot allow. Numachi ni mukao, let's head towards the marsh. Me? Omae tachi wa nokotsute. Nokote, pardon me. You all remain. Konomono o, this person. Mai so shiteate kure. Bury him for me. So shite, and then Joho o Shiro ni tsutairu no da. Report the information to the castle. Emu. Kimi ni mo hitotsu tanomi ga aru. I have one request of you. Tommy O. The people Uani into a state of anxiety. Sase takunai. I do not want to cause. Ima, now, kita koto wa. What you just heard. Tagon shinai de kure. Please do not tell anyone else. Taicho, the old captain, says, So ieba. Speaking of which, Heika ni tano marete. You were asked by His Majesty the King Yusha ni tsuite shirabete iru so da na. I hear you are investigating the hero Loto, is that right? Umaku iku yo. So that it goes well. Inoteru zo. I'm praying for you. So he says, speaking of which, I hear you were asked by His Majesty to investigate the hero. I'm praying for your success. And then he says, ooh, ugh, geho, geho, which is like the onomatopoeia of coughing. And we can get that one. Taicho. Captain. Daijoubu desu ka? Are you okay? Mondai nai. Do not question. Mondanai. Sorry, got that wrong. There's no problem. Sore yori. More importantly, isogane ba naran. We must hurry. Shupatsu suru zo. We will depart. And that's the end of it. So that cutscene was basically the same in English as it was in Japanese. Very little difference except the name of the town. So we're not going to Cole. We're going to Mirai? Maida. One with the secret. Don't think. One of these grassy ones has secret stuff. Grass. Maida. Let's save. And to be perfectly honest, there's nothing here that we need to do. But we can walk around and check it out. This weird marshy wizard over here says Doto no chi o hiku Yusha. The blood of Loto. O hero who inherits the blood of Loto, Chikashi. However, with that weapon of yours, you cannot defeat the Dragon Lord. You o Otao Semaizo. Says Kono yo no of this world. Dokoka ni somewhere Doto ga okay. Okay, somewhere in this world, Roto ga Nokoshita Tsurugi ga, the sword of Loto left behind, Aruhazu, must exist. Sagasu ga yoi, you should search for it. Gonna be a while till we get that, buddy. Hang out in the hot spring. Steal some boxer shorts. And there is one item we need. I forgot about this. That is the fairy flute. You say no. Ue o. Teni ireta. Takes the fairy flute in hand. Our health and mana is fine. Now we go south. To the mire south of Myra. Whoops. So because this game has such an effective spell against enemies coming to attack you, and it auto saves after every battle, whether you win it or you flee from it. See that? You can cheese your way across the continent. I've been watching the guys trying to figure out speedruns because I like that stuff, and I did what I saw the guy do, where you just go south on the western continent. There's no story there, and you can just get all these high level items and be super overpowered just by fleeing from battle and using this Shinobiashi Shinobi step. And we have lots of games that should make us know what a shinobi is, including the Shinobi series. And Sekiro was one recently. That might be the hardest game I've Sekiro. So hard. Alright, let's check this out. So, Laura's attendant, Princess Laura's attendant, which is the girl, says Tetai. She says, Tetai, retreat. Naze desu. Why? Seikaku tegakari o. After taking the trouble to find a clue, Mitsukete to iu no ni. We found one. Retreat? Why? After we finally found a clue. Masaka Taicho mo. Certainly not the captain too. Dora-sama no Sosaku o. The search for Princess Laura. Akira meru tsumori na no desu ka? Are you planning to give up? Akira menai. Precisely because we will not give up. Kara koso. Shincho ni kodo suru no da. We must act cautiously. Wareware ga zenmetsu shitara. If we ourselves are annihilated. Hime-sama o sagasu mono wa. The person who searches for the princess. Inakunate shimao. Will be gone. Koko wa Dragon no Su to iu. There's a rumor that this place is a dragon's nest. Uwasa no mo aru. There is also a rumor. Itan kono saki no rimu daru. Rimuru daru isusunde. For now, let's proceed to Rimaldar, which is ahead. I'm going to say that as Rimaldar instead of that mess of kana. Junbi o toto noeo, and make preparation. He says, Oshiaru koto wa. What are you saying? Rikai dekimasu. I can understand it. Demo. But Dora-sama ga Princess Laura, or very honorific Laura, ga chikaku ni, might be nearby. Iru kakmo shirenai no desu. She might be there. Kondo koso o tasuke shi nakeraba. We must help her. Ke. Tegotai ga nai? No result? Nanda koitsu wa? What is this guy? Abunai. Look out. Ushiro da. It's behind you. Gods. Omae wa you. Tata hitori de. All by yourself. Konna tokoro made kita no ka. Came all the way to this place. Arigato, Emu. Thank you. Mata tasu kera retana. I was saved again. Like, Terasuke nanka nakute mo. Even without help, watashi torije jubun. I alone was sufficient. Tauseta. I could defeat it. Iji o haru no wa yose. Stop being stubborn. Washira wa hitobito no tame ni. We are comrades who fight for the people. Tatakao nakamada. Shinrai shi kyoku shi awaneba naran. Pardon me. We must trust each other and cooperate. Kashi. But. Ooh. Ooh. And then coughing. Geho. Goho. Goho. Taicho, Captain. Mata. Osaka. Another seizure attack. Ooh. Also waretara. Mazui. It would be bad if we are attacked now. And a lot of emphasis on Mazu. Katakana. Mazui. Itomazu. Rimaldar ni. First to Rimaldar. Hi. Yes. Tashi ga otsure shimasu. I will go. Or I will lead. Right. And anybody who's played the original knows that there's a locked door right here with the princess be. That was up. Tetsunoya. Iron Yadi. Short sword, I think. Straight sword. Spear. That's right, spear. Tetsunoyadi. Iron spear. Let's make it to Romalda. Seed of agility. Coagulant. I remember there is some hidden boomerang. That guy just tells us to go look in the desert by the tree. Nothing. Like I said, the secret places are kind of disappointing. Rimaldar. Rimaru Daru. Alright, so Dora Hime no Sokin, Princess Laura's attendant, says Taicho, Rimaldar ni. We've arrived at Rimaldar. Tsuke mashita yo. Tsugu ni isha o yobimasu kara. I will call a doctor immediately. Ha, ha, gaha. Coughing. Now we see her tone change completely. says, Shikari shite kudasai. Please hold on. Chichiue, father, which is like a very honorific father. Chichiue. Says, arigato. Thank you. Chichiue, father. Oh. Says, Chichiue o hako bikonde kurete tasakata. Saved him by carrying him. Ah, Taicho wa watashi no chichi nan da yo. The captain is my father. Watashi wa chichi ni akogarete heishi ni natta. I became a soldier because I admired my father. Daga, but watashi wa I kono ehe de aringara while being a guardsman. Dora-sama o Princess Laura o mamori suru koto ga the act of protecting deki nakata. I could not. Intai shite ita chichiwa. My father, who had been retired. Shippai shita watashi o. Me who had failed. Tasukeru tame ni. To help. Gen eki ni modotte kuretanda. Return to active duty for me. Yoki na noni. Even though he is sick. Murio shite is overexerting. the priest, Shinpu, says, Kono yamai wa, this illness, osoraku, probably, doku numa no shoki ni, is due to the miasma of the poison marsh. Yuru mono desho, seems. Isoide, we don't hurry. Te ate o shinai to, and treat him. Ota na, won't last. Shikashi, however, Shoki wa, the miasma, Yami no chikara ga unda mono, was created by the power of darkness. Harao ho ho wa, a method to exorcise it, Mitsukate imasen, has not been found. Shojiki, honestly, watashi ni dekiru koto wa, what I can do is... And Princess Laura's attendant says, Sonna, you... Ja? Then Chichi wa tasukanai no desu ka? Father won't be saved? Says, Zannen nagara, regrettably, Kanose ga aru to sureba, if there is a possibility, Mahotsukai no Jumon Kudai desho ka, it would be a wizard spell. Coughing. Okay, sorry. Very finicky. Says, da do sureba. What on earth should I do? So we gotta find a magician. And I think that's a good place to cut it off because it looks like the translator is breaking down. Like it does after too many translates. Let's call it there. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something. We will continue again with this another night. Thanks.